Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bills and the reigning Super Bowl champs. Coming up next.
After hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Tonight, the Lombardi Trophy's in the building, and we've got a fight to see who's gonna raise it. Between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who...
Trying again, following the sack. Completed over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down. 3rd and 4 coming up now. They're throwing it. Has a man, it's Brooks. He picks up 15 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
On first down, here comes Brooks. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Finds him over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Throwing now on first down. Coleman with the grab. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 2nd and 3 now. They motion a receiver left. From the 26 on 2nd down. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Time to start the scoring in this Super Bowl, partner. We've got 1st and goal. Here's Brooks. Is in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Brown adds the PAT. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Brown on to send it away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And we'll get a look at their signal caller playing in his 7th season.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today.
They go play action on first. That one's caught along the left sideline. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Back to throw now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
That run gets him 7. It's going to bring up 3rd and 12. Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Are you ready to see a record broken today, Kate? Because I think I am. I don't know what this offense is, but this defender's already got 2 sacks, and we're not even through the first quarter. And if my math is right, he's on pace for 8. The record's 7, so we got something to monitor the rest of the way.
The Bills with a punt team out there. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. So the Lions headed out for their second drive of the game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Tight end motioning right. Here he is on 3rd and long. Bails out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, if you want to make the analytics folks really happy, just talk about how great play action is. Because the numbers would tell you it really doesn't matter down a distance. It can be highly effective even if you're not running the ball. But nothing the offense was going to do there was going to be effective. Tip your cap to the defense who makes the play.
From their own end zone, and he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Bills will take over possession. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. That finds the rookie from Wisconsin, complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Takes off right out of the read option. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
3rd down. Here's Jones. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing from the gun here. Completes this one to Baker. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. From the 37. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. We're a quarter of the way done in Super Bowl 69. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get you back to Tampa after this. Thank you all for joining us. We are back for the second quarter of Super Bowl 69. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Lions have it now on his 8th pick of the year.
Well, a lot of throws come in his direction, and they come out quickly. Doesn't have a lot of time to step in front of them. It really takes great reactionary time, great intuition, spatial awareness to get a pick out of the slot, and he should be applauded for his efforts on that play.
The Lions getting ready to return to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Play action on 1st down. He rolls to his right. He can run it. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They're set up at the 35 now. On the give, it's Brooks. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
They motion the tight end over. To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll get this one to Brooks. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is one of the occasions, Kate, where this defense got to just keep chopping wood. Keep chopping wood. I know they're a little more careful about actually having axes in locker rooms anymore after injuries, but the mantra is the same. You can't look at the scoreboard nor worry about what your offense is doing. You got to keep punishing your opponent.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the 1st half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here, and I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
3rd and long for him here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And things have gone from bad to worse in their 2 drives. Hopefully the 3rd time's the charm for them. They find some success. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Another try following the sack. Got his target. It's Hill. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. He's going to throw this one. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
That's grabbed inside the 30. A pickup there of 33 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. This one's taken in by Hill. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 17. Cut near the goal line. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, apologies to the quarterback standing beside me. Quarterback, though, can't take much credit here, Brock. That is a throw he's got to make in his sleep. That is all on their guy's ability with the ball in his hands and the blockers who bought him some space.
Yeah, Kate, apology not accepted. And while I agree with you that it's about the blockers and the playmaking of the receiver, QB, you got to put that on his frame so he didn't have to think about it, right? By putting it right on him, he gets his eyes up and he can find pay dirt.
Spoken like a former quarterback. That one splits the uprights. And the Bills tie this game 7-7. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Detroit. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Tight end going in motion here. Pass play on 1st and 10. That'll be complete to Elliott. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 48. Escapes out to the left. He's going to keep it this time. They pick up 20 yards there. And that gives the Lions the first. This defensive battle has reached the 2-minute warning. The Lions hoping to break this tie before the half. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing now on 1st down. Has a man, it's Brooks. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Dropping back to throw. Dump off caught by his back. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be first down, Detroit. From the red zone now. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Lions get some late points and the lead. I know he'll say it's easy like that every time, Brock. Just let him run deep, throw him the football. But come on, we know it is not often that things like that come together.
But these are the moments that keep you coming back, like learning golf. It's the one good shot out of so many bad ones that keeps bringing you back to the course. This is the one deep shot that will keep you calling it and throwing it again and again.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Brown on to send it away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell. From the 32. It's caught left side by Hill. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They kick the running back in motion. To throw here on 1st down. Finds him on the slant. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. They'll throw it again. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. Trying again, following the sack. On the move, past the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll throw on 1st. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. He'll throw it. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Here comes the field goal unit now for the Bills. This will be from 52 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. We're looking to throw. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. That is halftime here in Super Bowl 69. Now we'll keep it in state, but send you a couple hours away to our buddy in Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. Kickoff taken at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Pass play coming here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. At the 20. And he makes the house call. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions drive their lead to 11. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Return coming from the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Bills offense all set for their next drive. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 38. Throwing the out route complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. They'll try and throw it here. It is caught left side. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. While that play was going on, we see that one of their teammates shaken up on the play. Not quite sure what happened, but they're out there to tend to him. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 41. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down. He'll throw it yet again. Complete out to the right. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. They are throwing it again. Cut at the 10-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Jones. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
The throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. He's dropping back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills shrinking the lead some in the third. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
He's throwing for it! And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. We normally see this play from teams throwing for 6, Brock, but the goal line fade becoming just as popular a call, going for 2.
You like the old alley-oop, don't you, partner?
Oh, yeah.
And that's really what this is, especially down in close like this. You're just putting it up at the rim, hoping your guy can go flush it.
Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Lions offense returning to the field. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And this one doesn't go far. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They put a receiver in motion right. Here's 2nd and 7. Hits him on the out route. On the move, past the 40. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. 35 on the pickup. And that gives the Lions the first.
I love all the info. I love all the next-level stats that we get to peer at every week, Kate. But you know what I do think about at times? I think about the Gale Sayers and the Walter Paytons and the Jerry Rices. Can you imagine how much yards after catch, how many missed tackles the greats of this game created? And it'd be fun to see the data from those days.
Oh, the football's loose. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
The Bills headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Now looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Pass play on 1st and 10. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's 2nd and 5. Got his target. It's Hill. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. The drive picks up here. 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. Still sticking with the passing game. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
This guy, Kate, he can create. He really is good out there. He's skilled when it comes to getting outside the pocket, which makes it all the more impressive. They contained him so well when he was clearly looking to generate something with his legs.
And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Running back sent in motion. 3rd down from the gun. Able to find Jones. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a Bills first down. Don't touch those remotes for a second, folks. Only 1 quarter left now in Super Bowl 69. The Bills have the ball, but they need to erase that deficit to win their first title. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing now on first down. Completes this one to Baker. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
From the 29. Cut out left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. From the 17. Jones reels it in. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Offense set for a 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Bills take a 4th quarter lead. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go.
And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this 4th quarter. Well, that right there, a very important 2-point conversion, Brock. Their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, and certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense headed out now for Detroit. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Connection made to Coleman. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 33-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. From the gun, a give to Brooks. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that, a guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
That's him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Let's go now. Let's go.
From the 48. That'll be complete to Elliott. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now a give to Brooks, coming left. And this one does not go far. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 43, Coleman with the grab. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 3rd and just 2 to go. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. This is biggest moment of the game so far, an important field goal try here. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. Got all of it, and this is good! And they've tied it up late in the 4th.
The prospect of overtime now, Kate's right on the horizon thanks to that field goal. His mindset, though, well, it's the same as all his teammates out there who are about to take the field. Let's go get this ball back. Let's find a way to win this thing in regulation.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's an option play to the left. And he's brought down for a loss. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Bills don't want to see this one go to overtime. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They send him left out of the slot. Throwing now. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. Back to throw. Oh, my goodness, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. So the turnover, Brock, is in turn turned over after pass interference on that play. Running it after the penalty. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now a give on the counter. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, and they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play can get started.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
4th down, and we're going to see just how clutch he is on this kick. This 42 yards from the right hash. That one is good! And he's done it! They've done it! They've won the Super Bowl! And the Buffalo Bills have finally done it! They avenged the teams of the 90s. Buffalo has won the Super Bowl! And I think it's still sinking in at different points for each player, Brock. Look at these shots. These guys have reached the crowning achievement for anyone who steps foot onto the gridiron as kids. Champions now, every one of them.
And it is something, Kate, they can never, ever have taken from them. I think you and I have come across many Super Bowl champions in both this game and champs in other sports, right?
Yeah,
and you hear the same message. This is something that was so hard to achieve, and it's something that nobody, not time, will ever take from them. What a moment.